Yuki Tsunoda has made his stance very clear. He's ready to take on anyone in his path, including Red Bull's newest addition, Lawson. The news about Lawson getting promoted to the team, despite having just 11 races under his belt, left many Formula One fans shocked. Tsunoda, on the other hand, has been with the team for 4 years now and is looking to prove he deserves that second Red Bull seat. He's not shy about putting the pressure on Lawson, especially after what he managed to do against Perez. Tsunoda's experience could make this a tough challenge for Lawson, but will Red Bull finally see Tsunoda as the right fit? Or will they stick with their academy drivers like Lawson as part of their long-term strategy? The tension surrounding Tsunoda's position is rising, and he's determined to show everyone that the decision not to promote him was a big mistake. Tsunoda's track record over the past few years shows just how much potential he has, despite not always getting the recognition he deserves. Even though he outqualified Lawson 6-0, Red Bull chose Lawson for his versatility in different racing series like DTM and Super Formula. However, Tsunoda isn't letting that decision slide. He feels that Red Bull owes him more credit for his performances, especially after a solid 2023 season. But he's not just pointing fingers. Tsunoda acknowledges that his performance in 2021 and 2022 didn't help his case, with too many crashes and mistakes early on. Still, he's confident that if he gets the chance, he'll prove Red Bull wrong. In fact, he's pushing himself harder than ever to show that he's more than capable of handling the pressure and outperforming Lawson in 2025. Tsunoda's mindset is clear. He wants to make it impossible for Red Bull to justify their decision to pick Lawson over him. The pressure's on for both drivers, but especially for Lawson, who's under the watchful eye of Red Bull's management. Tsunoda's experience could play a crucial role in his favor, as he's spent years learning and adapting with the team. While Lawson's potential is undeniable, Tsunoda believes that his deeper understanding of Red Bull's machinery and his drive to prove himself can make a difference. However, Tsunoda isn't ignoring the challenges that come with racing for Red Bull, especially considering how the team has handled past driver transitions. The relationship between Tsunoda and the team isn't without its complications, but he's determined to make the most of 2025 and show why he deserves a top-tier seat. Tsunoda also knows that his future at Red Bull is closely tied to his performance. In 2025, while the Honda connection is an advantage for him, it could also become a double-edged sword as the partnership with Red Bull is expected to end by 2026. This opens up the possibility that Tsunoda could find himself in a new team, with Aston Martin already partnering with Honda for the future. As much as Tsunoda wants to prove himself within Red Bull, he's aware that his long-term future might not lie with them, especially with Honda's shifting focus. That's why every race, every opportunity to showcase his talent is crucial. He's fighting not only for his spot with Red Bull, but also for his place in Formula One's upper echelon. His goal is clear: to outperform Lawson and potentially be in the running for a seat at another top team, all while continuing to build on his momentum from 2023. The battle between Tsunoda and Lawson is not just about driving skills, it's a test of resilience. Tsunoda has seen firsthand how quickly Red Bull can make decisions, and he knows that a single mistake could cost him the seat he's worked so hard to hold on to. But Lawson isn't exactly in the clear either. The pressure on him is immense, with many expecting him to perform at a high level right from the start. Red Bull has made it clear that Lawson's job is not just to learn, but to compete. If he fails to keep up, the seat could be up for grabs. Tsunoda, on the other hand, is prepared for this intense rivalry. He's not just aiming to outpace Lawson. He wants to make Red Bull regret not choosing him sooner. The next season is shaping up to be a defining moment for both drivers, with their futures at Red Bull hanging in the balance. Tsunoda's determination to prove himself is matched by the growing pressure from both within and outside the Red Bull camp. While the team has made it clear that Lawson is their choice for now, Tsunoda is unwilling to just sit back and accept it. He's fully aware of the internal politics at play and how easily a driver can be sidelined if they don't meet expectations. With Honda's eventual departure looming, Tsunoda's future could be influenced by his performance in the coming season. He knows that if he doesn't make a strong impact in 2025, he might find himself without a seat at Red Bull or any other top team. But Tsunoda isn't one to back down from a challenge. He's prepared to go head-to-head with Lawson, and if that means forcing Red Bull to rethink their decisions, so be it. The stage is set for an intense showdown that could decide the course of both their careers. With the pressure mounting on Lawson, it's clear that Tsunoda's experience could give him the upper hand. Lawson, despite his promising start, still has a lot to prove. Tsunoda, however, has the advantage of knowing how Red Bull operates, and he's already familiar with the team's systems and expectations. That said, Tsunoda's past struggles are not forgotten. The rough start to his F1 career with crashes and inconsistency has haunted him, but he's confident that the lessons learned over the years will pay off. He's no longer the rookie he once was. He's a more seasoned driver, capable of handling the pressure and delivering strong performances. For Lawson, the task is far from easy. He's walking into a situation where expectations are high, and failure could lead to a quick exit. Tsunoda, on the other hand, is determined to make sure that Lawson knows he's not going to make it easy for him. As the 2025 season approaches, all eyes will be on both Tsunoda and Lawson. Tsunoda knows that this could be his last shot to prove his worth to Red Bull, especially with the shifting dynamics of the team. Red Bull's decision to prioritize their academy drivers has left some wondering whether Tsunoda's time at the team is nearing its end. He understands that the team's focus on grooming future talent could push him out if he doesn't perform at a top level. But Tsunoda isn't just focusing on securing his spot at Red Bull. He's thinking beyond that. If he proves himself, in 2025 he could be in line for a future seat with Honda at Aston Martin, a potential opportunity he's already keeping an eye on. For Lawson, the pressure to match up to Red Bull's expectations is even greater. Every race will be critical for both drivers as they battle not only each other, but also for their place in Formula One's elite ranks. The future of both Tsunoda and Lawson is uncertain, but one thing is clear: 2025 is a pivotal year. Tsunoda is fully aware that his legacy with Red Bull hinges on this season. While Lawson has the fresh enthusiasm of a rookie, Tsunoda has the experience and determination to make his mark. The rivalry between the two will not just shape their careers, but also Red Bull's driver lineup moving forward. Tsunoda's main goal is to leave no doubt that he's the better choice for the seat, while Lawson must prove that his potential can translate into consistent results. There's no room for mistakes in such a high-stakes environment. The pressure is on for both, but Tsunoda's mindset is crystal clear. He's not backing down. The 2025 season could very well decide the future of both drivers, and it promises to be an intense battle that Formula One fans will be watching closely.